Friendly greetings! It's me, Torley Linden, and I'm out here in the middle of the ocean somewhere. I'm going to teach you about what are liabilities today. You may have seen this. First of all, let's get this right. Go up to About Land and here in the Options tab, Show Place in Search. This is the most common kind of group liability you can receive. Notice it says it's $30 Linden a week. That gets charged to you and deducted from your balance if it's group-owned land like this and if you're paying liabilities. And how can you tell? Well, I was just about to press this info button and show you. Because right here, look under members and roles, and then under abilities, notice right here, there's a list, but you'll scroll down and there will be one that says accounting. Pay group liabilities and receive group dividends. And it's an ability, well, it's kind of misleading because you wouldn't think that being deducted Linden dollars is such a good thing to have, but by default, it's set for everyone. So be careful. If you're setting up a group and you want people to join, perhaps it's a wise idea that only the owners or perhaps the officers as well and select roles, not everyone will be charged liabilities. Like I said, it's the default. So, for example, in this case, if you have 2 people in a group and you're being charged liabilities and it's 30 lindens a week, then each account here would pay 15 lindens a week since it's divided by 2 liabilities. And if it's spread across, like if you have 30 members in a group, everyone's paying liabilities, then it's 1 linden a week. Not a big amount, but it can chip away. And some people, unfortunately, go into negative linden balances because they didn't notice this. So the sure way is to go to Communicate and, oh, thanks, Lucas, and in Contacts in the Groups tab, and you get info on each group. Like in this case, info, we already have this Torley Council open, and now we head to Land and Linden dollars. This is like the group accounting, and it's limited, but it shows us. What does it show? The credits and the debits. The debits in this case are the same as liabilities. The reason why here, I have several test parcels, including the one you just saw, remember this, and 3 of the parcels here are set to show place and search. So on the flip side of that, that's why I'm getting charged this weekly. You can also check other details here, and like it says, parcel directory fee, which is a group liability. And it also, this happens every week. I believe it still happens about Tuesday or so, that stipends are paid out and that liabilities and group. What I was going to mention actually is with group land sales. Okay, that's not a debit. That would be considered a credit. So it's divided the same way. Overnight, though, when you're selling a parcel of land. But since the focus of this is on debits, here's a preventative tip. All right. So you know that you're in different groups and you can check each one of them. You can see, of course, like I was just showing you, it's just very good to check it to see if you're being debited. Because if you have a problem, you should either leave the group, that means you'll no longer pay these liabilities for group or land, or a more personal way is to find out, if you don't already know, who the owners are and contact them and ask them. Because sometimes, especially new group owners, they don't know this. It's sort of a setting that's under the radar, so you have to deliberately, here's how you change it. Members and roles of your group owner, all right? Then roles tab right here. And for everyone, then allowed abilities, let's just scroll down back to accounting. It will show the same list that it did in the abilities tab. And you want to turn this off, so check this off. So remember, it applies to both. If someone has this unchecked, not only will they not pay group liabilities, this means they will also not receive any of the proceeds if you sell group-owned land. They'll get nada, nilch. They'll have nothing to do with the group accounting. And you can either apply or okay that, and in the next week or so, you should see the effects of the change. In addition, you can check your recent transaction history from the inworld browser via World menu and Account History. Notice that in a few moments, it will ask me to log in, and it will ask you to log in too if you're not already logged in. So here I am as Torley tester. Let's go ahead and submit that. This is just the standard account area on the website, normally secondlife.com/account. And right here, transaction history. It's also accessible on the left. And let's select a date range. So in the last week or so, or last couple of weeks approximately. And if you make a lot of transactions, then you can uncheck this. Don't include that because they are not zero Linden dollars after all. They are debits, liabilities. Click View, and it will load and search for it on the page. As you can clearly see here, it shows a debit, remember liability, same thing, and which group it was for. This may be an easier means of identifying which groups you're getting charged for that you don't want to be. So that's a little about how group liabilities work. Just keep a watchful eye on that, and like I always say, liven up your second life and be enlightened.